1-year contract for him. Raiders to sign Super Bowl champion quarterback. The chances of the franchise signing a veteran quarterback have nearly doubled in the last few hours. With Peter Carroll ruling out the possible signing of Russell Wilson, the Raiders are headed in another direction. A champion quarterback is being put on the spot by their new coach, and for the Raiders it doesn't hurt to take a chance. The Las Vegas Raiders remain one of the most quarterback-needy teams heading into the 2025 offseason. With Gardner Minshew struggling and Aiden O'Connell showing little promise as a long-term option, the franchise is expected to be aggressive in finding a new signal caller. However, with a weak NFL draft class for quarterbacks and a thin free agent market, the Raiders face a challenging path. ESPN's Benjamin Solak recently named the Raiders as a top destination for Minnesota Vikings quarterback Sam Darnold. However, that does not guarantee he will be available. Minnesota could choose to extend Darnold before March, preventing him from testing the open market. If he does enter free agency, he is expected to receive interest from multiple teams, including New York Giants, Pittsburgh Steelers, Las Vegas Raiders. The situation is complicated by the 2025 NFL draft order, where the Tennessee Titans, number 1 overall pick, and Cleveland Browns, number 2 overall pick, are expected to draft quarterbacks Cam Ward, Miami, and Shedeur Sanders, Colorado, respectively. That could leave teams like Las Vegas, New York, and Pittsburgh without a young QB option, making Darnold one of the best veteran choices available. If the Raiders fail to land Darnold, Solak predicts that they could pivot to signing 2 former Super Bowl-winning quarterbacks on 1-year deals. Aaron Rodgers, New York Jets. Russell Wilson, Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers' uncertain future in New York. Rodgers is currently under contract with the New York Jets for 2025, but his future is unclear following a disastrous season where he missed all but 4 snaps due to an Achilles injury. The Jets recently hired Aaron Glenn as their head coach, and he has not committed to Rodgers as the team's starter. Financially, the Jets face a dilemma. Keeping Rodgers for 2025 would cost them over $90 million. Releasing him before the season would cost only $49 million in total. Cutting Rodgers would save New York $41 million in cap space. If the Jets move on from Rodgers, the Raiders could emerge as a potential suit. However, convincing Rodgers to play in Las Vegas, a team still rebuilding, may be difficult. The 41-year-old quarterback likely wants to compete for a Super Bowl, something the Raiders are not currently positioned to do. Russell Wilson as a bridge QB? Wilson, meanwhile, is set to be a free agent in March unless he signs an extension with the Steelers. While he led Pittsburgh to the playoffs, his play was below average, and the Steelers may opt to move forward with Justin Fields. Solak expressed skepticism about Wilson as a reliable option, stating, "Wilson wasn't enough of a bridge quarterback for the Steelers this season, and given his below-average play, he shouldn't be for the Raiders either." Still, if the Raiders miss out on other targets, Wilson could be a short-term solution while the team develops a younger quarterback. The best-case scenario for the Raiders is to land Sam Darnold and use their significant salary cap space, around $93.5 million, to build a stronger roster. However, if Darnold stays in Minnesota or signs elsewhere, the team must pivot to other options. Trade up in the draft to select a quarterback like Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders. Sign a veteran on a 1-year deal, Rodgers or Wilson, while developing a future QB. Explore other free agent quarterbacks, Geno Smith, Baker Mayfield, or Jacoby Brissett. With Pete Carroll now leading the team, the Raiders are expected to prioritize finding a quarterback early in the offseason. Their decision at QB will dictate their success in 2025 and beyond.